Welcome to Magone & Company. Today's topic is budgeting. This is only an overview, my thoughts on why the budget is going to be important for your business. I can't tell you how many business owners I speak to told me my budget is in my head. That's fine if your business is generating a consistent amount annually and you're not looking to grow. The reason you'll establish a budget is that you're growing and you may need bank financing or need investors. That's the main reason. As your business grows, there's a spend against that revenue. If you'll grow by $500,000 or $1 million in a year, you may need to hire more employees. That means you're going to spend more dollars. A monthly budget is very important to see how much you're going to spend in order to achieve the revenue. That's basically why you are establishing a budget. It's as much for the expense as it is for the revenue when your business is in a growth mode. First thing to do is be realistic and don't be overly optimistic when preparing your budget. Eventually, this budget will go to banks or investors. You could have 2 or 3 budgets: internal budgets of planned, overachievement to budget, and a budget which takes into consideration possible negative outcomes. There's only one budget that will be shared with the bank or investor, and that's the planned budget. The others are used when analyzing the trend for the year. Developing the sales targets involves speaking to customers. If you have salespeople, they should be tasked with developing a forecast of sales for the customers for whom they are responsible. If it's only you, then you'll need to speak to the customers to identify the sales forecast for the year. Since your time is limited, I recommend doing it based on the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. This sales forecast should also be further broken down by month. Each customer will be asked to forecast when they'll buy and how much they will buy from you. You can provide them with last year's purchase dates as an example to make it easier for your customer. Now that you know the volume your existing customers will buy, you'll need to estimate sales for the remainder of the budget. This is difficult and can be based on purchase orders to total orders as an example to forecast the sales. Let's say you have purchase orders that accounted for $2 million in sales and your overall sales were $2.75 million for the year. You can budget 35% of sales will be unplanned by your customer base. It's important to challenge the forecasted sales given by your sales team, or if you're the person who sells, that of your customer. The next part of the budget is to go to various departments with the sales figures that are planned for the year and find out if there are sufficient resources to achieve the result. The resources could be headcount or space, to name 2 that are obvious. Is there enough warehouse space? Do you have enough employees to carry out the additional sales volume, etc.? In speaking with your salespeople, you'll also have a discussion about the likely margin. Did the customers indicate they'll buy the same quantities provided the price stays the same? Or is the customer looking for a reduction in price? Has your cost of obtaining the goods increased? Will you pass along the cost? General and administrative expenses are generally the easiest to project as they are fixed and typically don't fluctuate greatly unless we're talking about employee benefits or insurance. There are many businesses who do what I just mentioned relative to developing the budget, but they miss a key part of the budgeting process, and that's reviewing it with your team. To review the budget, you're going to need a consistent close process to produce the actual results and analyze variances to the budget. Why is it important? So you can make changes in the hiring if your budgeted revenue is higher or lower than your budget. You can change the pricing if you're achieving revenue and you want an increase in market share as another example. Overall trends will spot future challenges that need to be addressed well in advance of their appearing. It provides the business owner with enough time to change strategy and still achieve results. This is especially important if you have bank financing or investors to communicate anticipated changes in budgeted results. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more information on budgeting, give us a call. We're happy to help.